Although most schools are back in session, there are a lot fewer school buses on the road than usual. And with so many kids learning remotely, there's a lot less need for bus drivers. Liz Neisloss tells us what that means for not only the drivers' bottom lines, but an industry that eventually will be in demand again.
It's 6 a.m. It's very dark out. I am just getting ready to board my bus, clock in, and do my pre-trip inspection.
It's an early start for Maureen McAleer, and it's a job she loves. She's a bus driver for students in Silver Lake and Pembroke school districts on the South Shore.
We're the first people they see every morning and the last people they see in the afternoon after a school day. We know when they're sad or happy or they need just a hug or to be told, no, it's okay if they miss their mom.
No hugs these days. You have to read emotions behind a mask. But it's not just the personal interactions COVID's changed. This fall, many drivers start with a 20% pay cut, 4 days in a hybrid school week instead of 5. And these days, it's mostly lawnmowers in action on athletic fields. In many communities, COVID means no sports or extracurriculars. Drivers relied on it all.
We're not jet setting out to Aruba. This is money that we need. These drivers aren't independently wealthy.
It's the school districts that pay the bus companies that in turn pay drivers. And local bus companies are facing a financial squeeze. Several say they haven't been paid for last spring when school abruptly shut down.
We're looking to just recover the costs and the expenses that we incurred. This is not a situation, that's a profit situation, but it means we're just trying to stay alive.
Companies need to cover fixed costs, even when buses sit idle, and worry about keeping their trained and vetted drivers.
We need to be able to pay them what they're accustomed to getting, or we're going to lose them. Amazon is looking for drivers because their business is booming. Why not a school bus driver?
The association that represents the majority of Massachusetts bus companies says more than a dozen are having, quote, serious financial concerns.
We want to get the job done, but we have to survive financially. And if we don't survive financially, it could very well result in some cities and towns not having transportation.
For now, getting the job done also means drivers must take extra steps, like cleaning, keeping open windows, and making kids sit far apart. They're frontline workers, hoping for a return to normal. But can they hold on without enough pay?
If 70 drivers had to go find other jobs, you can't just pluck 70 people off the side of the road and throw them on a school bus. We are highly trained. We have extensive training, never mind our experience.
And when schools reopen fully, there'll be many counting on those familiar yellow buses to be ready to roll. Liz Neisloss, GBH News.
Some companies are suing cities for money owed from the spring, while others are negotiating partial payments with school districts that are also struggling with extra costs for laptops, cleaning supplies, and PPE. A bipartisan bill called the Coronavirus Economic Relief for Transportation Services Act would give $10 billion in emergency grants to school bus and transportation companies. But like so many other coronavirus relief efforts, it's stalled in Congress.